So we'll see how many times we end up tipping this over. We're gonna move the goats over here and see how they clean up around this tree. Go graze them across again. We have a flat tire. So you know what's great about old tractors? There's always something that you can clean up and fix on them. And while I know this is not the proper way to do it, but if it can get me by just a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back. Last week you seen we got another goat shelter built for the boys. We're going to try to see if they'll move around. The exact design didn't turn out exactly what I was hoping, but I was trying to use salvaged materials and build it on a very quick timetable because we were supposed to be getting the boys picked up. So we got it put together, but we're going to see how well it does function the way it's supposed to. Is it going to be movable? Can we keep them rotating around but keep them closed up and safe at night? So that's some of the projects that we're trying to get accomplished. So in case you're wondering, I didn't start the camera. 2 outlets, simple drop bolt, simple latch. So with salvaging the materials to build the little goat shed, these double 2x4s were already fastened together. So I'm going to use them as a set of skids. Not exactly the width I wanted, but for time management, I left it this width for ease of building materials. So when I go slide it around, it may be a little bit top heavy. So we'll see how many times we end up tipping this over. Comment below if you think I'll tip it the first time I move it, or if I'll be able to accomplish that without incident. So one of the great things about goats, they say they love eating a variety of plants and clean up very neatly areas of overgrowth. So this is not a big area, but we're gonna move goats over here and see how they clean up around this tree. We'll see how it goes. So this is what's left after probably 12 hours-ish of the ladies being able to pick and clean and up around here. Now, if I let them go longer, they probably would clean up more, but I'm not worried about them stomping everything dead, just trying to clean up the rough. So now it's time to move them to a new area. So this is the area where they're at. This is going to be the area where I'm moving them to. Well, I normally just move it by hand. This time I'm going to be a little bit smarter, maybe a little bit lazier, depending on which way you want to look at it. I'm going to see if I can fold the panels down flat, then move it with a tractor. And then after I get set up, I'll be able to move it daily or every other day by hand. The other thing about new location, I'll keep the door facing the cabin so we can always see the ladies as we're walking up to them, or not door, but the gate. And the other thing is, as I'm moving to new paddock areas, I'll be moving downhill, so it'll be easier to do it by hand. We'll see how it works. Alright, you can see we got the ladies moved. I got attached their paddock area to their pen. Trying to see if we can get it done before we get the rain. But basically we're going to graze them across again. And then we get down there, I'll clean up around those trees. And we're just going to keep the process going. Basically doing rotational grazing the little paddock area at a time. Long-term goals, we'll have this section fenced, then cross fences so we can just open gates and do rotational grazing. But for now, this is what we're doing until we can find some fencing materials for affordable price, or until we get time to put the fencing materials in our budget. This is our operation and how we're doing it. Let's see if I can get this done before the rain comes. Take two, because I didn't hit record. So what does every farm, ranch, homestead, farmstead place needs is a barn, shop, work area for your tools, for your livestock. Well, no, this is not a requirement, but does help do the chores, doing maintenance, working with your livestock a whole lot easier. So one of the goals is to have a workshop, have a livestock barn, and have an area to store things out of the weather. While that's not happening overnight or anytime soon, we are acquiring some secondhand materials. We get to tear down a small lean-to, and that's going to be the start of our shop area, livestock area, a little bit of catch-all for everything. So that's going to be done somewhere in this area. We haven't decided yet. So I'm going to clean up with some bush hogs so we can kind of measure off and see where we want it. Well, I could do that with the goat, so I'm trying to speed up the process a little bit. I have more than enough browse for the goat, so I'm going to get things cut down so we can see what we're working with. So not bad to clean up for an hour or so. Got some of the dead trees walked, moved. They'll be turned into firewood. And I'll do a drive-by of over there where they came from, just some cleaning. So, after mowing the brush, we have a flat tire. So you know what's great about old tractors? There's always something that you can clean up and fix on them. One of them on the list is a fuel gauge. I knew the fuel was getting low. Knew I probably should get extra 5 gallons here on the property so have it when I need it. And I knew it was getting low. I heard it starting to surge a little bit while it's idling on unlevel ground. But no, I can get one more project done with time. No, I'll just hook up to the goat shed and move it 10 feet. and we'll be good to go. Which I could have got accomplished if I didn't have to spend 10 minutes tearing up the front tire. So here we sit. Goat pen not moved. Tire holding air for now with the need of diesel. And technically I probably could crank up and get by, but if I stop right now and just get fuel, I won't have to reprime the engine and fight with that. So here we are. The fun and joys of always running behind schedule and trying to hurry and push a little bit more to get done. So this morning, went over to get the diesel can. So when I go in town, I can get diesel picked up. This is why I should have checked on it yesterday, because I still had gallon and a half of diesel left in it. So this project that got delayed yesterday because I didn't have diesel would have been resolved if I would just double checked myself and checked on the can and realized that the reason I ran out of diesel sooner than I thought was because I didn't use all the diesel that I had that I thought I put in here originally. So fun delays caused by not double checking myself. So one of our goals we're working to is having rotational grazing. My goal is to get a good solid perimeter fence up, then possibly do electric fence for the paddock areas, which just takes time to get built and it takes a budget. If somebody knows a affordable way to do fencing besides just flat out buying new fencing, I'm all ears, would love to hear how to do it. But that's some of the goals we have down the road is we'll get some good fence up, and we'll get some good rotational grazing going for our goats and any other livestock that we get. So basically we'll have a barn built, then we'll build, keep the goats in there at night for security measures against predators. Then I'll let them out into whichever paddock they need to be grazing in, so we have a good rotational for the health of the soil. So I was checking the hydraulic fluid on the tractor. It's a little low, not surprising. So I was kind of eyeballing around trying to figure out where I might be losing some hydraulic fluid. And I found this fitting right here leaking just a little bit. So I was like, oh, I wonder if I could tighten up a little bit. Well, any good mechanic would know you got to be careful tightening them up, because if it's leaking for no reason, you can never tighten and crack it fitting. I don't know if you can see right there, but yep, there's a crack now in that fitting. So I'm gonna have to get a new hydraulic line, probably because of that. So that's on the schedule to get done, but right now I'm gonna see if I can just put a clamp around it, hold it tight enough, add some hydraulic fluid, and be able to use the tractors a little bit, just enough to get by for a couple odds and end projects I have to do. And well, I know this is not the proper way to do it, but if it can get me by just a little bit till I can get the line in, it would be very useful. So with the tractor, I need to get a new power steering line because I cracked the fitting. The hose clamp around there is still leaking, but it works good enough that I can move the goats' shelters around with it. If I need to do a little bit of mowing, I do. But I'm trying not to run it too long at a time, because last thing I want to do is run out of hydraulic fluid and burn up a pump or cause internal damage for not having enough hydraulic oil in there. So that's another project on the list to get done. Alright, don't forget to check us out on Facebook. Spike's Buddy would really like a name. Right now it's still a three-way tie between the names. So check us out over there. Remember, vote early, vote often, so we can have a name for Spike's Buddy. That's all for this video. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
If you would like access to exclusive videos and perks, click the link below to become a member.